Today, I'm going to be opening and assembling what's inside these boxes that arrived from Grizzly. Just got these a few weeks ago. Been trying to find time now that I decided I was going to make it into a video to do so. It's Saturday. Got a couple hours to kill before we go to Monster Jam tonight, so we're gonna get after it. I ordered this roller table because this is what we've had for our bandsaw quite a few years now, and it works good, but stuff's always falling off of it. It's not quite long enough. It only supports one side of the saw, so shit's always dropping on the floor. Not gonna get rid of it. I'll probably have this at the front of the saw now and this at the back. But we'll get cutting in some of these boxes here. That was a bit heavy. All right, so you can probably tell what we got now. Finally ordered a belt sander for the shop. Been getting by with a grinder, 4.5-inch grinder with flap wheels for a long time. This wasn't super expensive, but it's just one of those things that I can blow a couple $100 on something else, not bat an eye at it, but something like this, when I can get by without it, like most things, I'll hold off on buying it until absolutely necessary. Let's see what's. Got some more parts in here. For the 8-inch sanding disc. Nice. So I think it was a 32-inch, what are the blade, or the belts? 1x42-inch belts. I don't know the surface feet off the top of my head. Yep. We're gonna get to putting this together and then testing it. Okay guys, I got her put together. Came with one belt and one disc. I ordered a bunch of different belts. 60 grit, 60 grit, 60 grit. I guess we got all 60 grit belts. When I was looking at getting a belt sander, I was checking out a couple different models and went to the Grizzly website, and I know they put out some decent industrial equipment, nothing for high production or anything, but I thought, what's the worst that can happen? Cast iron frame. It's got plastic bogey wheels. That's the part I don't like the most about it, but I can always make my own. If the motor goes out, I got a couple spares laying around. But the reviews on it, the biggest complaint I saw was the ease of assembly, which I didn't think it was too bad. There's a couple spots it's hard to get to. This motor mount nut right here, I mean, you could get to it with a crow's foot. I'm not real worried about it. I just cinched the other ones down pretty good. That should work all right. Huh. Anyway, we're gonna fire it up and see how she tracks. Does that come off? Oh. Turn the machine off and remove the disabling key. Wow, that doesn't pull out. Whoa. Okay, cool. So you can pull that out and it won't work at all. Bam. Well, I suppose it would rattle out otherwise. There's a set screw here. I'm not sure what the heck. I'm sure you set that with your table square to the belt. But now that blade, we know that blade's tracking good. I'm gonna throw this on. What did I need? It came with a couple metric Allen wrenches, and I needed a 16 millimeter wrench and a screwdriver. That's all it took. And a square. At first, when I was putting this on, I had a lot of clearance over here and none over here. It was rubbing. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty junk casting. But I just had to move the motor around and get that. I just eyeballed that plate in there. Well, let's take a couple test cuts. It's a 3rd horsepower motor. It doesn't take a lot to stall it out, but I'm not going to do any real heavy material removal on this thing. That's why I got mills and lathes and 8-inch grinding wheels. It says right here, the feet per minute on that belt is 3,000. So, I don't know, I like it. It's got a couple dust ports on it. You can hook a vacuum system up too, but I don't have one of those. So, on to the roller table. Oh, let's use that. I've never used one of these discs before. And I didn't order any replacements either. Wanted to see if I liked it first. I'm sure they're handy. I still make them. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna like that. I always round my edges and stuff up on the 1-inch belt at work. And you gotta worry about keeping it in that little space. You got a lot of room to work with here. I think I'll be ordering some new discs for that. Casting's a little rough. Right here, there's a pinhole. But I think it's gonna be a good piece of equipment for the shop. Probably gonna have to build another table for it, since, like all tables do, and all shops do, they get filled. So, on to the roller table. All right, so all in all, I think Grizzly put out a nice product here. I don't think they'd go through the trouble of building and getting such a nice sturdy casting made to throw a real chintzy motor on it that's going to burn out after a few hours of use. I don't have enough time on it to say for sure, but why go to those lengths on everything else and cheap out on the motor? I think it's going to be a nice unit. Can always retrofit it with a new motor if it does happen to burn out. I'll make an update video after a while. Probably just throw it into another video on how this thing's still working. But I think for the price point, you're getting a pretty nice unit for what you're paying. I'm never a fan of plastic on anything, really. But I'm excited to have this piece of equipment now in the shop. Should suit us well. I'll be able to put the grinder down more now, which is something I'm thankful for. But thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll see if I can tag a link in the description to this unit here. I'm not affiliated with Grizzly, but I think they put out some pretty good hobby machines for people that are interested in metalworking. So, thanks guys. Bye.